It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Right back to Hubbard. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw, Young. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Let's go now. 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
And now an audible here into something else. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a... He's got a man, complete! Down the left sideline, touchdown, Carolina! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone.
There he goes left side. Inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead. Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now 2nd and 5.
60 red. Black ultra. Jackrabbit, ready, go.
They'll toss this right side to Hubbard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
3rd and 4.
43. Black shot.
Now Young.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Pulled in at the 24. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful.
There he goes right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Young on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
22 yards there, a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive.
Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
The slot man in motion right.
Young here, you can see, changing the play. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 38 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. A give, running right. It's Hubbard.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, blue.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
6, mega.
Young now. Going up top.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The play fake. Now Young.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 22.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll roll him out right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Panthers 60, Panthers 60.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
A try here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go.
Oh, Young loses it.
And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline, or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first half performance.
And partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
I got it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
You really about to do it?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make
You hurry up and pressing them buttons.
Have your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 1. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
You really about to do it? You really about to do it? You really about to do it?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Slot man moves right. They'll try it now with Brooks. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Young, he's going to change it up.
They'll try to throw now. Young firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now, as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Check it out, read. Slam. No.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Final play of the half, Young. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain out to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. 62 yards.
And the Falcons have got it on cruise control.
Right down the middle.
Hello?
The lead grows even larger here in the third
Hey,
quarter.
so you done woke up now? Good. You sound like you was asleep when I talked to you.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Young off the play fake. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Watch the edge. Out.
Drill green.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On the give, this is Hubbard.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Ready? Fight 60.
Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Man, I got you.
A first down throw for Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Red, yellow.
Check back, Atlanta. Check back, Atlanta. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't.
Smash, smash.
Bang, 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 bang.
On third down, they go with Brooks. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at about the 38. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here is Young. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
58
Now they'll change things up.
2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
Let's go. 1918.
I got it. Check 31. Check 31.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. 56 yards.
And the Falcons are pouring it on.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Falcons 70, Panthers 7.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Young going to move them around.
52 blaster.
Young now off the play fake, sliding out of the pocket. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. What we got?
Mike, White.
Check Mike 11,
Here's Young from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drop.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
That's trash. Check safety, check safety. Switch. 36.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Watch out. Check nickel.
On the ball. Ready, go.
Now a toss. Hubbard going left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 84, Panthers 7.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. That's pulled in by Brooks. To the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Again, it's Young. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Young here, you can see, changing the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Cougar 19, 79 Broncos.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. It's Young off play action. And my goodness, another interception. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Okay, break. He's coming. Break.
Right back to him on first down. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out. Hey. Bring them out. Bring them out. Hey. Bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the night like all night what I need. Both the feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed. Heard he got 3. That other rapper got it for shouty. He not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got 3? Came back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club. Get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling. Bring them out. Hey, all my hot girls yelling. Bring them out. Hey, all the dope boys yelling. Bring them out. Hey, front to back they yelling. Hey, get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by I was moving the freak. Talking about it, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these